Hello and happy Monday. Welcome to today's live coaching call and community conversation. Today we're going to be talking about a question I get asked a lot. And the question that gets asked to me is, does brushing your teeth break your fast? So we're going to break that question down today. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information and my thoughts for this subject. So if you're new, welcome. My name is Diane Parham. I'm the creator of the online course and community, the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman. We have a new course starting on August the 6th. If you're interested in jumping in with us, I will post the links in the comment section, or you can go to fortoday'sagingwoman.com. Registration will close on Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So get on the list so you can be reminded to jump in with us. If you're joining us on YouTube, I always ask that you take a second to hit that YouTube subscribe button and the YouTube bell notification. A lot of people wonder when we go live. If you hit that bell notification, you will get reminders, and then you can jump into the live conversation with us here as well. For my rebroadcast members, you will also be notified when this gets posted as a rebroadcast, and you can jump in also. And then my Facebook friends, please make sure you're set up to receive notifications there as well, and you're following the page. I hope my brain connects to my mouth, and we can have a flow of conversation today without me tripping all over my words. So sometimes words are just hard. Let's get started today. Like I said, we are going to be talking about basically personal hygiene products and why it is we use certain things without thinking or without asking the right question. So we're going to talk about dental hygiene products today and brushing our teeth, but I'm also going to share a little bit of information that I learned when I was going through some of my nutrition courses and how personal care products can also be the thing that could be holding us back from the results that we say that we want. And doing just a little bit of research and a little digging around can really help us alleviate some of the signs and symptoms we're suffering with by just switching brands or products that we use. So let's get started today. Today's another one of those great lessons that I would say bring your notebook and your pens and your papers and all those kind of things that you keep notes on, because I want you to go back after today's conversation and go do some basic research and just turning around labels and reading some things about some of the self-care products that you're using and see if maybe there might be some things in there that are holding you back. And just a simple, like I said, change of brands or a change of ingredients can really help you get some better results. Okay, so we're talking today about brushing your teeth. And I just kind of jotted down some of my thoughts here. We, from very young, right, we're conditioned to wake up, start our day, put toothpaste on our toothbrush, brush our teeth, we mouthwash, we floss, we do all those things. That's always reinforced at the dentist. And for a lot of us, we don't even stop to think about that as we age, right? Or as maybe we're making some other lifestyle changes. And so I started questioning this for myself when I was going through this kind of self-care product investigation type of work, when I was really having these nagging signs and symptoms of menopause, and I wasn't looking and feeling my best, and I was doing everything right with my fasting and everything correct with my feasting, but there were still some things kind of holding me back. And so I started doing a little inventory. And one of the things I considered after I did all the things most of you do, right? I bought all the charcoal toothpaste. I was like, maybe I just need to brush my teeth with baking soda. And I did all those things, and it was so inconvenient and such a mess in my bathroom. And then I thought, when are we supposed to brush our teeth, right? And we always are taught to brush your teeth after you eat. You're supposed to brush your teeth like 3 times a day if you eat 3 meals a day. And so if we wake up in the morning and we haven't eaten from the last time we brushed our teeth and going to bed and waking up in the morning, what's all this fear about how we practice dental hygiene in the morning? So I'm not advocating don't brush your teeth, because brushing our teeth is really important. What I'm advocating is thinking about the products you put on the toothbrush that you're sticking in your mouth. So if we as a community have really come to the realization that putting things in our coffee in the morning can break our fast, the sweet sensation of the sweeteners or the artificial sweeteners, the sweet sensation of the flavors of the coffee creamer that we're putting in our coffee, then why can't toothpaste that also has those same sensation and flavor enhancing things that signal our brain that digestion digestion is going to happen. Why can't toothpaste also be that thing that could be breaking our fast and tricking our body into thinking that something's going to be coming in that's going to need to be digested, and then we start that whole process and we have this hormone break in our fast. And our fast in the morning when we wake up is the prime fasted state. If you started fasting the night before, after you finished your feast and you brushed your teeth, and then you wake up, you're at about that 12 or 13 or 14 hour mark in your fast. And if you really want to get to the deep state of autophagy and that deep healing, those hours from wake up till you break your fast later in the day are the magical hours for healing and resetting and really allowing your body to tap into those stores to also lose weight. And we interrupt that, or could possibly interrupt that, with the things we put in our mouth as dental hygiene practices. So they're habits we don't question. And I really think a lot of people need to start questioning this, right? We just buy what we're marketed to without really thinking about some of the things that are in those products, ingredients specifically. And I found this out with my deodorant and skincare products, which I'll share with you in just a second. So the big thing that caught us, right, is 4 out of 5 dentists recommend sugar-free gum, a certain type of toothpaste with a certain type of minty flavor, a minty dental floss, all those kind of things. And it was just an advertising slogan that was started by a chewing gum company, right? And then the Dental Association adopted this as a seal of approval on a lot of products. And so we just go, oh, it's approved, we should do it, and we shouldn't question it. And what we really need to think about is this guy right here, this girl right here, right? This 5th dentist, why did they not approve it? And it was basically a numbers game in a marketing questionnaire. They went around and asked dentists if they suggested these things to their patients, and they just got a number and did a little math, and they're like, okay, so like 80% of dentists recommend these things, but it wasn't anything that was really like from a scientific standpoint. You can Google that. That's exactly how I got my information. So it's an advertising slogan that we all bought into the marketing aspect of it without thinking. And then as parents, we raise our kids to do the same thing. And then we just go about our life. And if toothpaste and mouthwash and minty fresh dental floss really did their job, then we wouldn't have to worry about going to the dentist every 6 months to have tartar and plaque scraped off our teeth, because the things that we're using would actually do what they're advertised to do. And for a lot of us, they don't. Right? Like, don't. If you go into the dentist and your hygienist is scraping stuff off your teeth, you have tartar and plaque buildup, and your toothpaste is not doing its job. One of the things I want you to think about is toothpaste, right? You brush your teeth after you eat. And if you're practicing intermittent fasting and you're eating in a 4-hour window, then you finish your feast, you should brush your teeth and maybe use some toothpaste, right? That brings some comfort and safety for us, because that's what we're used to doing. But then if you wake up in the morning and you haven't eaten, why do you have to use toothpaste? Can't you just use your toothbrush? And I have invested in a really good toothbrush, which is electric, with a really amazing toothbrush head. And so I just brush my teeth with water and my really good toothbrush. And what you'll find is that when you stop eating foods that create bacteria in your mouth, and you don't have a lot of tartar and plaque buildup, you don't wake up with nasty morning breath. You just wake up with breath from the night's sleep. And so you don't have to put all these things in your mouth to change the makeup of your mouth, because your mouth just isn't nasty from the bacteria buildup. So something to consider if you're worried about breaking your fast, or you're worried about some of the products that you're using, right? Or habits that we have that we don't question. Mouthwash. Mouthwash is another one of those things that gets rid of bacteria, right? But it also gets rid of the good bacteria in your mouth. So I like to think about taking antibiotics. Like, we need to take antibiotics, right, to get rid of some infections we have going on in our body. But we also know that it rids your body of bacteria, including the bacteria in your gut. So if you've taken antibiotics, you also really need to think about how you're going to build up the bacteria that's naturally occurring in your stomach that's doing you some good. How do you do that when you're using mouthwash and it's getting rid of all the bacteria in your mouth, even the ones that your mouth needs to keep itself in balance. So just think about that. How often are you relying on mouthwash, and what could you potentially be doing to the environment in your mouth that is there for a reason, right? And you're stripping that opportunity away because you're using mouthwash maybe in a way that you could just use it in a different way. And then dental floss is the other thing, that minty, fresh, cool mint or whatever floss that you're putting between your teeth. That flavor does get in your mouth. And remember, the fast is broken when the sensation in your mouth or your tongue sends a signal to your brain that something's coming in and the digestive system has to process. Now, this is also what a lot of people consider extreme ways of fasting. Skipping toothpaste in the morning or whatever. And what I want you to think about is going about your day, question the habits that you have carried over from probably your childhood, and how are those habits working for you, and why is it? And a lot of women have come at me saying, like, you're going to teach women to have their teeth fall out of their mouth. Like, I really stopped using a lot of these things in the way I was raised to use them 7 or so years ago. My dental hygiene in my 50s is exponentially better than my dental hygiene was in my 40s and my 30s. My hygienist is amazed at how great my teeth are, how little to no, the last dentist appointment, I talked about this a lot, no tartar or plaque buildup whatsoever, no scraping of my teeth because nothing was built up from the last 6 months that I went to the dentist. And the one thing that I stopped using is toothpaste in the morning. I don't use mouthwash, and I don't use floss in between my teeth because my teeth are super tight. I still have my wisdom teeth, so it's really hard to get dental floss in there. I got a dental flossing toothbrush that's an electric. It has a little round head on it, so I can get all around the back of my wisdom teeth. My gums are super healthy. My teeth are super healthy. My teeth are not going to be falling out of my mouth, and probably will stay in my mouth longer because I'm questioning how I was using these things and were they working as advertised. So a woman in her 50s having better dental hygiene reports from her dentist and her hygienist than I did in my 40s, there's something to be said about questioning our habits and our overall health, and then figuring out something that you can establish for yourself as a habit that will allow you to look and feel your best. I want to have my teeth in my mouth for as long as possible and have them healthy. That's part of me looking and feeling my best for me, and I want to do it in my most authentic way. And what I have found is really evaluating or reevaluating why I do things, and does it make sense for the life that I want to live? And you just reinforce that. So just some things to think about this week. Another thing to think about that a lot of us don't think about is also deodorant, right? So think about your habit of being in the shower, or even shaving your legs, of being in the shower, and you just nonchalantly like shave your armpits, whatever routine you have in the shower. And then you get out of the shower and maybe you're getting ready to go to work and you're slathering on deodorant. Shaving your armpits also creates an open wound or damage to the surface of the skin in a very, very like serious area for us women. We have mammary glands there, we have our lymph nodes there, and then we're taking open skin or a wound to skin from shaving and we're lathering deodorant. Like, when's the last time you turned your deodorant around to see what ingredients are in that deodorant? A lot of them have soy in them. A lot of them have the aluminums in them. A lot of them have products that are now considered very questionable that we were once told we should be using, right? So that we don't offend anybody by our body odor or the embarrassment of water under your armpit if you're sweating. So we just lather it on and we don't question it. So let's start questioning those things and turn your deodorant around. Read what the ingredients are in that deodorant, and maybe just simply shaving your armpits at night and then giving your skin some time to heal and then putting your deodorant on in the morning. That simple little habit change can make a big difference. And then also making sure that you're reading those ingredients. Same thing for shaving your legs. You shave your legs and you lather your legs with lotion. Like, what's in that lotion that you're now putting on your skin where there's been some damage that has taken place because you've shaved? Just things to consider. And then I also want to say this. When I have these kind of conversations, I always get the feedback of, I didn't know you were so crunchy. Crunchy meaning like some purist or some big non-toxic kind of advocate or whatever. And I'm very, very much an advocate for you making sure that you're making the best and most authentic decisions for you and the life that you want to live. In no way am I ever going to tell someone to stop brushing their teeth. I brush my teeth 3, sometimes 4 times a day. I just don't use these things. I don't feel like I need them. But if I feel like I need to freshen up my mouth, I just go brush my teeth. It's like no big deal. I just don't put the whole big strip of toothpaste on there. And then I do use toothpaste once a day when I'm done with my meal. That's just how my life has gone, and it's gone very well. And so if you're having some dental visits that aren't going the way that you hope they would, just like going to the doctor, if you're worried about the blood draw that you're going to get and the feedback that you're going to get back, consider some of the things you're doing in your life. The same thing with the dentist. It should not be a scary experience. It should be something that you go in there and you're like, clean these bad boys up and let me go. And let's keep our money in our pocket and not have to pay a bunch of money to have dental work done that could be unnecessary if we just start considering some of the decisions we're making in our overall life. So do what you got to do for you, but I just want you to think about it. The other thing was the skincare products that I was using. I was having major problems with my inflammation and my body holding water weight. And the products that I were using on my skin had gluten in them, and gluten was a big problem for me. It was a thing making my body stay inflamed. I was consuming gluten and applying gluten. And so if you're having those lingering issues, go check your skincare products, check your makeup, check your lotions, check your anti-aging products, all the things, and make sure they don't have any gluten in them and they don't have any soy in them. I was also got duped by a skincare company that said it was all non-toxic and super healthy and no allergens in it, and they had soy in it, and it threw me into a total like hormonal imbalance for like 4 or 5 days until I was like, why is it that every time I put my skincare stuff on, I start to feel sad. I started to feel depressed. I started to feel bloated. I started to feel PMSy. I was in menopause. And then I dug deep into their ingredients list until I found soy was in that. As soon as I washed my face and threw the stuff in the trash can, I was fine again. So gluten and soy and some hidden even dairy products in the products that we use in our daily hygiene can be that lingering thing that's keeping you from looking and feeling your best. And you don't have to become crunchy in order to live a healthy and authentic life where you have the opportunity to look and feel your best. You just have to be an informed consumer. And if you're going to spend your money on skincare products, make sure they're not skincare products that are going to make you feel sick or inflamed or have some sort of autoimmune disorder that you have to manage just simply because you're putting lotion on your face. It's time to just think some things through and then question the habits that we have in our everyday routine. This right here, or soy in your skincare products, or gluten in your skincare products, or gluten in your hair care products, can be that 5-pound difference if you stop keeping your body in an inflamed state. It has nothing to do with food, and it has to do with the routines and the habits that we've created. So I hope this will get you thinking. I hope this will get you turning products around and reading ingredients labels. All of the things that we have been told are safe, and the things that we've been told that we should do are all being revised. That should cause us to question and investigate and become our own advocate. And you can still live a very happy, normal life just by upping your own personal game in what it is you do. And if you have daughters or granddaughters or daughters-in-laws, pass this information on to them as well, because this could help them with a lot of things that they have going on in their hormonal journey as well. A lot of infertility issues are cured and reversed when we start thinking about these kind of things. I read a report, I think it's on Netflix, it's something like Not So Pretty or something like that, a documentary about skincare products and hair care products. And a man was in his like 30s and totally infertile. They were trying to have a baby. They couldn't have a baby. And it was all because of the scents that were in a lot of the things in their home. Took him 7 years to reverse his condition. So that was a man, also happens to women. And once he got all those products out of his life that were just causing his body to not function the way it was supposed to function, they were able to conceive a baby, all just by upping their skincare products and products around their house that were causing him to not look and feel his best and be his most authentic self, right? So it's amazing what you can do if you just do some research. Okay, so I'm going to go into the comment section and answer any questions you have. These are the kind of things I teach you to think about when you're inside the intermittent fasting for today's aging woman course. For those women who are like struggling over those last 5 pounds, what if it's your skincare? What if it's the soy-based candle that you're burning in your house that make your house smell good? What if it's the air fresheners in your house? Like sometimes it's a very simple fix that has nothing to do with food, and it just has to do with how your body's holding on to that inflammation. And for a lot of my friends who are suffering from, hormonal discomfort, a lot of infertility issues, like I said, all stem from the things we have in our environment that we have not questioned. Okay, so let me go into this and see who we have as far as our questions and comments. I posted the information to join the class in both the YouTube comments and the Facebook comments. If you go into my description box for today's video, I put a link in there for the toothbrush that I use. It's an Oral-B electric toothbrush with a round head on it. It has all kinds of different settings. I have used that toothbrush with a flossing head. The one that I put on the link has bunch of different toothbrush heads you can use for different things. But it acts as my flossing tool and gets all the things out from between my teeth, and I don't have to floss every day, and my hygienist complements my flossing. So there you go on that one for you as well. It's all in the description box. I have had this question myself. Thanks for addressing it. Yeah, for sure. So just think about it. Think about why you do the things you do, and are they serving the purpose for why you're doing them? You might be the person that is like, I just have to have my toothpaste in the morning. I say, fantastic, put your toothpaste on in the morning. Just consider how much you're using. Do you need to put the toothpaste on like the picture? And if you have one of those oval toothbrush heads, right, that has a big surface, and you're putting all that toothpaste on there like the picture indicates, which we all just get distracted by that habitually, can you just put a dab of toothpaste on there, and maybe that will kind of get you to that place where you're just reevaluating how you're doing things, and it might help with that as well. Althea, hi Diane, I've signed up for this month's session. So happy to be joining to learn from your teaching and expertise. Girlfriend, I'm so excited for you as well. Remember, we start on Friday in the community group. Saturday, I welcome you into class. So you won't actually see anything for your class until Saturday when you get that email to jump in with us. Haley, I have been wondering this too, and only brushing my teeth at the end of my window. Yeah, for sure, right? So if you're supposed to brush your teeth every time you get done eating, and you intermittent fast and you get done eating in your last feast, brush your teeth, girlfriend, you're good to go. Good to go. Faith First Tax. Hello, finally caught you live. Welcome, my friend Chris. Hello, Diane. I'm 74 and signed up for the August class. Hope to finally beat this never-ending weight drama for my last 25 years. I hope so too, my friend. Lots of women inside of our course beat the mindset drama that we all have lingering around from all these years of trying to lose weight the wrong way and being told the wrong things. And I teach you how to trust yourself. So I am very, very confident that you will be able to do that for sure. Christina, so good to have you, my friend. Okay, that's the information for the course registration. I talk about this every single time I'm on these live coaching sessions and community conversations, because everyone ends up in my email box wondering how to sign up for class. So it's all right there. You can go to fortodaysagingwoman.com. Just look around. There's information everywhere. I always feel like I'm talking about it too much. And then today I'm going to get 25 emails saying how to sign up for class. So go to my email list. If you're on my email list, you will be emailed to an invitation to come in with us. I'll send an email out tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday I send 2, Friday I send 2, and then I close her down Friday afternoon. So if you want in, I would get in for sure. Patty, please take me off your list. Patty, any email that I send you, if you're talking about my email list, at the bottom has an unsubscribe list. It is way easier to unsubscribe from my email list than it is to subscribe to my email list. Find an email, scroll to the bottom, hit unsubscribe. You'll be taken off my list. Make sure you're not on my email list with more than one email address. If you get a secondary email from me, scroll to the bottom and unsubscribe from the list. If you take the personal responsibility to sign up on someone's email list, you should take the personal responsibility to unsubscribe as well. Pamela, hello from Florida. Excited about August class. Thank you, Diane. The mindset is so important that I am excelling in a 24 fasting window. This community is so helpful to me. I'm beyond grateful I found your videos. Yeah, we're so happy to have you here. The more positive women and encouraging women of other women that we have in this community, the more we have an opportunity to change the world around us, right? And how it is we show up to serve ourselves and serve others, and the more happy, healthy, authentic women we have in this world, I just have hope that everything's just going to get better for all of us. So I'm so happy to have you here. Brenda, most toothpaste have soaps, body and face washes. Shampoos have SLS in them, which is sodium lauryl sulfate. SLS is a foaming agent and very bad for the, okay, so she's teaching us about that. So you guys can read all that. And if it's bad for the mouth, it's bad for the rest of the body. Yep. Okay, so I always say that too, right? So just question. All I say is question. You, as the adult woman, gets to make the final decision on how it is you want to show up for yourself in your life. And if you're like, Diane, there's no way in heck I'm giving up my toothpaste, I say use your toothpaste. Just don't create the conflict in your mind of, I say I want this and I'm doing this and I'm frustrated, and not connect the two, right? And it might not be the toothpaste. It might be some other thing that you haven't questioned yet, that maybe if you question and reevaluate how you're putting in your life, might be the missing piece to your puzzle, because weight loss should not be a lifelong struggle for us, right? So there's things that we're doing that we're not thinking about. There's things in our environment that we haven't considered. And once you find that missing piece, then everything else just falls into place. It really should be that easy. Kim, February grad of 22. I have this question for you in class. Followed what you did for yourself and have been successful at the dentist as well. Glad you brought up skincare. I will look at that and how it may affect me. Yeah, gluten. And here's the thing. If it's gluten-free, it always says it. So it's so easy to find gluten-free skincare products. Tarte, T-A-R-T-E, I know is one of them. And you can always go to any kind of a store where they're selling skincare or beauty care products and just ask them, can you show me something that has no gluten in it? And then soy is always something I personally look for. It's not as advertised, and it can be hidden as soya. I think it's S-O-Y-A. I've seen it as S-O-U-Y-A. So I think they respell it to kind of hide it, which I think is tricky and scary that someone would go to that extent to do it. But yeah, that one thing can mess you up for sure. Colleen, I've changed over with my teeth to your recommendation, and my teeth feel cleaner. I use a natural, round, soft, salt ball for deodorant. Have used it for years. You have to check all labels, 100%. Okay, I'm going to say this as well because I feel like my girlfriends are here and you guys are going to be cool with it. And if you're not cool with it, I don't need to hear about it. But when I finish my transition into menopause and post-menopausal, I stopped wearing deodorant. No one knows. Like, think about it. Think about when your kids are little. Like, I used to remember when my kids would come home from like preschool and you'd be like, oh, the sweet smell of like young kids, like toddlers, and like, you know, before they start going through adolescence. And then they start going through adolescence and you're like, yo, whoa, what's with the body odor, right? And it's because their hormones are changing. When you think about being pregnant and what happens to your hormones and your body sense, like it all changes. Then you go into menopause and you're postmenopausal and you're like, do I really need all that? Like, I don't need deodorant. I just don't smell, right? And I wake up in the morning and I go work out and I don't smell toxic. I don't smell dirty. I don't smell bad. I am just me. And I shower and I go about my day. I don't sweat when I'm out. Like, so think about some things. Why are you doing it? And do you need it? And there is a detox phase with deodorant, just like all things. And once you get in a rhythm where you stop using it, your body stops depending on it. And guess what? We sweat on our own accord without anything being stopped or altered or any of those things. And I'm fine. Now, I'm not going to recommend it for my daughter. She's in adolescence. I'm not going to have her go to school and have people make fun of her because she smells like she's going through adolescence. So we found a really good deodorant for her. And I taught her about when to shave your arms and when to put your deodorant on. So she's informed and she can make some really good decisions for herself. What skincare products do I use? I use a bunch of them. And I just read all the labels on them. So I use FRÉ skincare, which is non-toxic. The description for FRÉ is in both of my Facebook and YouTube channels. They're one of the best that has caused me no issues whatsoever. I use their detox every Monday morning and Thursday before I come live. And I always get compliments about how bright my face looks and how healthy it looks. That's because I detox it every Monday and Thursday before I come on camera. So FRÉ is that. And there's a discount code that you can use. It's all in my description. So just go there and look for it. I also share it on my Instagram stories as well. That is probably one of the most confident skincare products that I have adopted in my life. I absolutely love it. And you can also message me or email me and I'll send you some information about some products I use. Tom's toothpaste, non-fluoride, and native deodorant is non-aluminum. They are both worth it. I agree with you. Look at what you use. Yeah, and I just don't use anything at all. My daughter uses Dove brand, I think, with no aluminum, no soy. It's in a white thing. So yeah, you got it. And you have to go through a lot of them as well until you find the one that works for you if you're going to continue to use them. I just decided to just give it up. Jackie, what is wrong with soy? I drink soya milk. For me, it's a hormone disruptor that makes me feel like I'm PMSing. Makes my body bloated. It makes me irritable. It makes me moody. For a lot of women, it is the hormone disruptor that's causing a lot of issues for them as they're transitioning into menopause. It depends on what camp you're in and what research you're doing. You got to figure that out for yourself. But I talk a lot here about how I thought I had a thyroid issue. I had a big old lump in my throat right here, and it was caused from soy that was hidden in products, candles, all those kind of things. And once I got rid of all of that in my life, the bump went away and the pain that I had shooting up into my brain also went away. So it's not good for me and it hasn't been good for a lot. If you find that you don't have any issues with it, then you don't need to give it up. Lorna, I'm excited to be in the August class doing 22-1. You mean 22-2? If you're fasting for 22, then you're feasting for 2 because we work on a 24-hour clock. Fasting and finding it easy, but looking to release the diet mentality. I love your perspective and empowering what you teach. Yeah, for sure. We have to get rid of that diet mentality. It's not serving us, and it's not serving the women who are watching us as they're moving through their life as well. So I pray my daughter is never on a diet. And she doesn't have any kind of body image issues. And I'm trying to do my best as a mom to model that for her as well. Karen, I strongly disagree about flossing. If a person is concerned about the flavoring on floss, all that means is by unflavored. But flossing disrupts the bacteria plaque that forms between and below the gums. Absolutely 100%. That's why I use a flossing toothbrush head. It serves the same purpose. So you can do it any way you want. If you are a non-flavored flosser, then fantastic. Flossing for me is very difficult. Like I said, I have my wisdom teeth. It's hard to get in and out of my teeth. And so I use a flossing toothbrush head as opposed to the stringy floss. And like I said, my hygienist says, keep flossing the way you're flossing. Your teeth are great. And I say, okay, I'll keep flossing with my toothbrush. So any way you want to do it's fine. Mary, July 22 grad, just back from vacay. Girlfriend, how was vacay? Hopefully it was good. Okay, so brush after your last meal and not bedtime. I am drinking LMNT water, so it is salty in my mouth and feels clean. Is that good? I don't know. If you're feeling like it's good for you, I don't drink that stuff, the LMNT. So if you feel like it's working for you, then I would say it's working for you. Don't question it. And yeah, you just want to get the food out from between your teeth and the bacteria from that out, and then let your body do its own bacteria thing. Susan, this is great. Things that never occurred to me. I was thinking about a water flosser, but I was thinking I would have water all over myself. Yeah, and water flossers are great, right? They're another one of those things that, probably does what it's advertised to do. You get that water pressure in there. That's what they use at my dentist. They use like a sonic water water flosser. And yeah, I love it. And so we've been considering getting even one of those for our house as well, and just, rushing some water through your teeth for sure. So, but it might be messy. So again, it's one of those things. If you buy it and it's inconvenient, will you use it? So that's the thing we want to consider too. If we do all these super elaborate, complicated things, or like, that's how I felt like charcoal toothpaste. I'm like, this is a mess. Like, I don't even want to deal with this. And so then you look at it and you're like, do I really want to use this? And then you end up not using it. So make sure that you're ready to use it as advertised, so you get the advertised result. Fiona, and why brush before a meal in the morning? I see people doing that a lot. I don't want my first meal to taste like toothpaste, right? That's what I said to my husband. I'm like, well, I drink my water and then I drink my coffee. So now So then if I don't want like coffee aftertaste, I just go brush my teeth with my electric toothbrush and I get that out of my mouth. I don't need to have toothpaste to do that. So, and this kind of water, like mineralized water, just will totally like help your mouth feel fresh, or go have some salt water or whatever. Hello, love. If you have a good friend or loyal follower here on YouTube, it will be good to let them moderate your live stream to delete the unwanted comments. Yeah, I get them as soon as I can. Althea, what time is a community group? I let you in as soon as registrations are over and everyone is kind of settled down from the registration close on Friday, because that usually the last minute people who register, or just it's the best time for them to register. As soon as they all get in and that's closed down and converted over, then I let you guys in. I say 5 or 6-ish Central Standard Time. So sometime in the evening on Friday. Fiona, wait, what is happening Friday? I work and I'm going to miss something. No, you're not missing anything. I just welcome you to the community group. You log in, you're like, hi, my name's Fiona. I am however many years old, if you want to say that. While you're in the course, you just meet friends, nothing big. You can pop in anytime you want, Friday or Saturday. No big deal. Pauline, off topic, but what do you recommend I drink? When do you recommend I drink apple cider vinegar? First thing in the morning or 30 minutes before eating or before bed? Also, my pre-work has 0 calories and 0 sugar, but I notice it has stevia and monk fruit. Will that break my fast? Okay, lots of questions here. So the thing about apple cider vinegar, if you feel like apple cider vinegar is something that you need to get the results that you say that you want, you got to figure out when that's going to work for you best by the person who's giving you the advice to drink apple cider vinegar. I don't drink apple cider vinegar, so I have no idea when the best time for you to drink it. You got to go to whoever you're getting that information from and ask that person. I don't know. I don't use it. Pre-workouts are the thing that you have to go, okay, why am I using it? And am I getting the results that I say that I want? So if you're drinking your pre-workout and you don't have anything going on in your life that you're worried about with the pre-workout, and you're going to get the work, and then you're going to go work out, and the pre-workout helps you work out, then if you can still get your body into a fasted state, meaning, or you can get your body back into like low glucose with producing ketones, utilizing fat based off your workout, then you might be in a place where a pre-workout might not be a problem for you. If you're struggling with the results that you're not getting, question the pre-workout. Always question what you say you want and the decisions you're making, and are they lining up? If they're not lining up, then you have to ask, why am I putting pre-workout in my fast if I'm not getting the results that I hope for? And that's the best way I can answer that one. Lillian, I've been into fasting for a few years, and this question always cracks me up. Keep brushing those teeth and mouthwash. Okay, cool. So I guess keep doing what Lillian says. She's offering you guys some really good advice. I don't know. I don't believe that, but if she wants to do that, or maybe she's saying, let's see, I've been into fasting for a few years, and this question always cracks me up. Keep brushing those teeth and mouthwash. Okay, maybe it's working for her. Karen, I was trying to find a no sugar toothpaste. I found it, even Tom's and Hello. Just using baking soda now. Watched a dentist on Carnivore channel. He recommends just baking soda. There you go. A dentist. Maybe he's the number 5 guy. Who knows? Thanks so much for all the great info. You're welcome, my friend Fiona. I found that swelling ankles got cured when I started taking natural progesterone, and I changed my lotion. Awesome. That's because you started questioning some habits, right? Kim Roberts, me too on the deodorant. You made me feel better. Thanks. I'm still laughing. Awesome. Yeah, for sure. Leona, I did some experimentation on my 24 fast. I didn't eat many veggies, and I found out that I wasn't feeling full, and so I couldn't do the 20-hour fast. So I'm bringing back lots of veggies. Awesome. Keep asking those questions and figuring it out for sure. Is your email here? I want to email you to request more info about your skincare products. Just go to, you can go to DYANNParhamFitness@gmail.com or look at one of the emails I sent you and just reply to that. That would probably be the best way to go. Do you have any info about fasting this way, helping shrink fibroids? No, just Google it. Does intermittent fasting help shrink fibroids? And see what kind of information you get. Then lean into the information that's going to give you what it is you're looking for. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to be anti-fasting and a lot of people that are pro-fasting. Go with what you want to do. Don't go with what you don't want to do, and just do it in a safe way. You should be fine. The Straight Road, Jean here, 22 grad from July. Stopped using deodorant while in class. I didn't smell at all for days, regular showers and workouts. Then a few days, bad smell. Could have been a detox phase of healing. Yeah, 100%. Remember, our body's always adjusting. Our hormones are always adjusting. So you might have just had, or what I notice sometimes too is if I eat, like if I decide to have some gluten, let's say, right? It always comes out of my skin. And so I might have a day where I'm just chemically and hormonally off. I just ride the course and I always balance right back where I need to go. So oftentimes it's what we put in that's trying to come out for sure. Lillian, I do the same, not always using toothpaste. I had a high school teacher say, why would you brush your teeth with sugar, making reference to the sweet pastes that are all out there. I like baking soda too. Yeah, we're being marketed to, my friends, marketed to. AK, thank you so much for the great information you give. I've changed from a diet to 24 lifestyle, and now all the other lifestyle options I am questioning. Thanks for your genuine help. Everything we were once told is now being reconsidered. Like, think that, right? Keep that in your mind. Everything we were once told is now being reconsidered because of toothpaste, mouthwash, and dental floss products as marketed really did their job. Then hygienists would not have anything to do. We wouldn't need them, but we need them. We need them to go in and scrape off all the things that are binding to our teeth because we're using things that aren't really necessarily working for us. And maybe it's just an age thing too, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's some of the foods that we're consuming too. I also stopped eating a bunch of junky foods, and that also helped my mouth. I'm not eating a bunch of things that also build up bad bacteria and plaque and tartar in my mouth. So it's a big picture project for sure. Fever 16, I saw your name mentioned positively in a comment on another channel. I came over here, watched 1 or 2 videos, and knew this upcoming class was for me. I signed up a few hours later. Fantastic. I appreciate that. I always love when our community speaks highly of our community. We always have a great group of women that hang out here. And I love that for us, because I think when you feel like you're hanging out in the right place, you hang out in the right place. And then you start thinking, if you hang out with 5 people who are doing things the way you want to do them and living a way that you like to live, then you're probably going to like live along the same lines as those 5 people. And you've sometimes got 500 here with us, right? We almost have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So girlfriend, you're in good hands, and we will do our best to take the best care of you for sure. Okay. So I have to say it because you guys are going to email me. Registration is open for the midlife mindset. For the intermittent fasting for today's aging woman course starting on Friday, August the 6th. There's no social media needed to be in class, no Facebook, no YouTube, no Instagram, nothing. You sign up, you stay on my website. You have one course that you're going to go through, a daily lesson that is sent to you in your inbox. You click on the email, or you just go into your class every single day. There's a new lesson for you to watch, and I ask you to consider what I'm sharing with you. See how it works for you in your life. I don't tell you what to eat, so this works for all nutritional lifestyles. You get to decide your own food. I just ask you to consider some of the habits you have. Consider some of the foods that you're putting in your life, and how are those things really making you look and feel? We want to make sure that we're doing that in an authentic way. And then August the 5th, I will welcome you into your community group. That's where the party happens. That's where we all hang out as girlfriends and share our stories. And no need to be there at a certain time. Just know you will have access to that sometime Friday, late afternoon, early evening. And that's your chance to just meet your friends from here on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram that have decided to go all in with you and support you on their journey with you. So it's super fun. I will see you guys back here on Thursday. We'll talk a little bit more about class and some things that you can do to prepare for it. I'm going to convince you to get off the fence and jump in with us so that you have an opportunity to make some positive changes for yourself as well. So keep an eye on your inbox if you're on my email list. If you don't want to be on my email list, scroll to the last email that I sent you, go to the bottom, unsubscribe, and then you can just gracefully exit our community. No harm, no foul. We don't want you to be anywhere you don't want to be. Good morning, Diane. I'm signed up for the class Friday. I'm looking forward to being in the group to meet new friends and support me in this journey. Girlfriend, you get excited because that's exactly what you're going to get. Margaret, school restarting soon. Pray that I can keep on my fasting schedule. You can keep up your fasting schedule. School is not going to be the problem. Your thoughts about school are going to be the problem, my friend. So just if you can fast at home, you can fast at school. It makes your life so much easier. No carrying bags and lunches and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I think I got the last few comments as well. My parents grew up in the 1920s and 30s, and my mom said they used baking soda to brush their teeth and and it worked great. No cavities at all. Yeah, right? Like marketing. Okay, love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I know time's precious. I am so grateful that you chose to take some of your precious time to hang out here with your girlfriends in the comment section and with us here in this community. I'll see you guys on Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow on Instagram if you guys like hanging out with me over there as well at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Love you guys.